Alright, if you've been online at all this week, you've probably seen one name popping up everywhere. Marisa Tomei. Yes, Aunt May from the Spider-Man movies, award-winning actor, and an unforgettable presence on screen for decades. But this time it's not a new movie that's got people talking. It's a set of beach photos, bold, simple, and very, very talked about. So, what actually happened? Why did a few sun-soaked images become such a moment? Let's break it down. First, a quick reminder about who Marisa Tomei is. She burst into the public eye in the late 1980s and earned an Academy Award in 1993 for My Cousin Vinny, an Oscar that confirmed she's not just camera-friendly, but legitimately talented. She's navigated a long career, jumping between indie films and big studio projects, and most recently reintroduced herself to a new generation as Aunt May in the Spider-Man franchise. Now she's 60, and still making headlines for reasons beyond any script. Here's what happened. Some new photos of Marisa on a beach started circulating online. In the images, she's wearing a black top with a very small G-string bottom, a revealing, minimalist look that's a lot less common in public for celebrities of her generation. The images were candid, not a posed celebrity shoot, and that rawness helped them spread fast. People loved them, people were surprised, and of course social media filled with opinions, from admiration to judgment. Why did this feel like such a big deal? A big part of it is expectation. Society tends to send the subtle message that women, especially older women in the public eye, should age quietly. There's a cultural script that says, be glamorous, but not too daring, and many people assume public figures will follow it. So when someone like Marisa, who many of us recognize from decades of varied roles, decides to wear something unabashedly bold in public, it cracks that script open. That's why some reactions were so strong, not necessarily because of the outfit itself, but because it pushed back on an idea many take for granted. The reactions were predictable. On one side, fans flooded the comments with praise. I hope I look half this good at 60, confidence goals, and Aunt May just redefined aging. Others were more critical, saying it was attention-seeking or too much. There's always a split when a public figure defies norms, and that's fine. The interesting thing is that the split tells us more about cultural expectations than it does about Marisa. Was this a planned statement or just a relaxed beach day? We don't know for sure, and frankly, we don't have to. The power of the moment is that it can be read as either. Maybe she was making a quiet feminist point. Age doesn't mean invisibility. Maybe it was simply comfort and self-expression on a sunny day. Either way, the outcome is similar. People are having a conversation about confidence, choice, and how we talk about women's bodies in public. There are a few takeaways worth thinking about. First, confidence can be an act of resistance. Wearing what you want in public, regardless of age or social expectation, is a small, everyday way to reclaim control over how you're seen. Second, the internet will always have strong opinions. But the person in the image gets to decide whether to engage or not. Marisa didn't need to explain herself, and she didn't apologize. That silence is telling, too. Third, we should check our knee-jerk reactions. Why do we feel surprised when someone older shows comfort with their body? Maybe because we've been conditioned to think it's unusual, and that conditioning is worth questioning. If nothing else, Marisa's beach photos remind us of something simple. Fashion and personal choice are forms of self-expression. Whether you love the look or it isn't your cup of tea, the truly striking thing is the freedom to be authentic in public. That's a message a lot of people responded to. All right, I want to hear from you. Do you think Marisa's photos are a statement about aging and confidence, or just a relaxed moment that went viral? Tell me in the comments, I read them. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe for more cultural moments, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and remember, confidence never goes out of style.